context. I think before all of us, and some of us of our vintage, of course, remember growing up, before you were posting every mistake and scandal and controversy on social media, you had a space to make your mistakes, learn, and move on. I feel like that's really missing nowadays. I think that even before you think about social media, someone had told me, in fact, my brother had mentioned this to me many years ago, this Japanese three faces theory. I don't know if some of you are familiar with this, right? Where you have like a face or a mask you put on for the world, that's a public persona. There's one that's for your close friends and family who only get to see one side of you, and there's one that stays hidden that no one gets to see. And I find that so fascinating. I'm like, and if you add social to that, and depending on which social media platform you're on, because at one point Twitter or X was a certain kind of platform, and you spoke a certain kind of way. You want to be, kind of smart on there, and then Insta you want to be a little bit more finesse and like aesthetic. And so we're all, doing cartwheels constantly, trying to keep up with these things. And I do think that plays, that has more of an impact than we realize. Of course, a lot of very smart people are studying this as we speak. But for me, I think for the characters it was interesting because, as you pointed out, so the basic kickoff point for this book is somebody basically says they're taking like a piece, they're piecing out, they're timing out, they don't want to, they're just going offline. And the friends immediately start panicking, right? Because A, it's Delhi, B, who does that? And C, they can't connect with her. And it's actually not even about how many days has she gone missing, it's the fact that she did this very dramatic pronouncement. She comes back in a little bit later and she's like, oh, I didn't realize there's so much drama. But she obviously knew there's some amount of drama, but kind of downplayed it. And there's this whole scene where the friends are like, we went to the cops. Do you even realize what that means in a country like ours? And she comes back online to literally say, I'm okay, I'll talk to you soon. And they're all like, you know what? And you pointed this out to me yesterday when we were chatting. They're like, kind of like, oh God, you know what? Like, you're not dead. There was no violence in it. Like, you're fine. She's obviously not fine, right? There's something that's been going on behind the scenes that has led
That's the thing, right? Like, if you've posted, then you're well enough. And that's enough. That's the code. When in fact, that's a facade, and there's something much worse that's unfolding. And there's a spiraling that's happening in the book with multiple characters actually, and a lot of it is coming in this because rather of this divergence between their personas online and the personality that they are. So the book, so it needs to establish what is an identity and what is a persona, which in itself is, I think, getting so blurred now because so much of it is performance, especially on social media.